Hey everyone, welcome back to the Reptile Room. I'm Joe, welcome back to the channel. Today, it's going to be a little bit of real talk. 2021 has been a crazy year for the Reptile Room, not in really that many fantastic ways. We've had a lot of ups, we've had a lot of downs here, and mostly it's just been downs lately, to be honest with everybody here. So that's why videos haven't really been coming up that hot and heavy like they were for the first while of the channel. So we'll just start at the very beginning of the year. The very beginning of the year, I came into the channel really wanting to hit it hard and heavy because everything in my scope of work, my work life, was all thrown up in the air. No real jobs coming in, so I put more into the channel, trying to grow that, get an alternate source of income there to help out. So I approached a couple of friends of mine and who are makers, and we created and designed, one sec. So I reached out with some friends and we created these pieces of decor for the reptiles. And I made them available on my Patreon, and they are expensive and no one seems to be interested in spending that kind of money, which seems kind of absurd to me when you can turn around and buy, say for example, the guy in the lizard in here, you can kind of see back there, the Prasina, he's like a $600 lizard sometimes, in some places. So I don't know, if you're willing to spend $600 on the animal and another couple thousand on the enclosure, I'm not sure. These are made heavy duty. These are virtually indestructible as far as I can tell. I have never had an issue. And I want to make more of these for everybody. I want to make bigger ones, but I got to start small, and this is just the cost it is. So that didn't really go off that well to start the year. That was a big investment, kind of a risk for me. And that's how you make money. You can't make money without a little bit of risk. So that's okay. Worst case scenario, I get all of these custom pieces that no one else will ever have. Each one is a little bit different. Nothing is a mirror copy, and I'll have those for all my enclosures, I guess. So then after that, it just kind of started to spiral a little bit. Well, we went out to Cold Blooded and Bizarre, met up with Pat and Michael and those awesome guys and their whole crew out there at Cold Blooded and Bizarre. Freaking sweet. Love hanging out with those guys. Love chatting with them online and everything. Text. They're so fun to talk to. What great people to have. So we went down there. We had a great time. Go check those videos out. They'll be linked towards the end, or a card or something like that. So after that, we came back and we were going to be going down to our boat that we had purchased, right? So I was going to try to get a different view, but there really isn't a different view. No animals are really moving around right now. So we go down. I did the whole the tour and interviews with them so I could release some content while we were working on our boat and getting it up and going, and then the whole boat thing fell apart and it didn't end up working. So that was really frustrating. I had some frustrating work life things happen when I did finally start to get my contracts coming back in. So it was just, everything started to compound. After I got back from working on the boats, Guinness, who had laid eggs, all the eggs died. All the eggs were junk, which is fine. I kind of assumed maybe they would be, but I was really kind of hoping that they might not be. That would all be good, and maybe I would get a hatch or something. Come back a couple days later, and Guinness died. So that just kind of, that was frustrating, was not expecting that. Saw nothing, ate just fine, so then Guinness was gone. We moved some more animals around. We kind of shuffled a few things up, and we used to have down here in the back corner, we had the softshell turtle. Well, I don't know what happened to the softshell turtle, to be honest. He was always really active, so I hadn't seen any movement. So I was poking around in his enclosure, and you know, we do have a lot of animals and a lot of enclosures, and you know, I guess it can get a little bit out of hand to a degree when you have this quantity, but we've been really good, and he's been active and out and about, and so I hadn't seen him, which isn't uncommon for a lot of reptiles. If you are keepers, you'll know this. Sometimes your reptile just hides for days, and they don't want to come out. Like Ronnie, he's chilling down in his hide box right now. He's in shed. He doesn't want to come out. He just wants to chill. Doesn't want to eat. Doesn't want to do anything. Not uncommon. So I started cleaning the enclosure because the water was a little cloudy the next day, and I moved a rock and the body floated up and I lost it, and that was really frustrating because that guy we got as a hatchling, and I was really excited to have something big and soft shell and not like, you know, not something that everybody else has. I don't know. I guess it's like a fly river turtle without spending $10,000, you know? So now that's what? That's 2 animals? I think we had a third or something like that. We had leopard geckos. That's why I didn't want to breed leopard geckos this year. It's why I took them all down to cold-blooded and bazaars, because breeding leopard geckos is great, I guess, if you want to start and try to do it, but I would not recommend breeding leopard geckos if you're a hobbyist. There's just no point. Like, where are you going to sell them unless you know people who have a store, or just want to have like 100 leopard geckos? I mean, one female leopard gecko can fire off like, what is it, like 8 to 10 pairs of eggs throughout a season. So it can get out of hand, and you can't offload them, and if you do offload them, and you know, sometimes the people who bought them from you directly are just like, hey, I don't want the animal anymore, and they want you to buy it back, and that's not how it works either. So a lot of things about the Reptile Room have kind of been a little bit frustrating this year for me. I can't stand the people who I see relisting their reptiles up for sale. You know, after only having them for months, you know, when they're like, oh, I just don't have the time for them anymore. Like, to be honest, it's a reptile, and if it's a snake, come on, like the ball python takes like one thing a week. Are you trying to cuddle with it all the time? Like, that's not really the point of a reptile, in my opinion. So I don't know, a lot of things this year kind of got frustrating, and now we, like, recently, after all of that, our boat, again, we were down there. We just launched a new YouTube channel called Win, Lose, or Draw. It is a story. It's not a story. It's just going to be a vlog that follows me around more often. Another place where I can post videos where I can show you some of my work, and I can show you other things outside of the Reptile Room, because I don't think it's going to work on this channel. So I started another one. Win, Lose, or Draw. It'll be linked in all my videos from now on. It's my sister channel. Go subscribe to the other one, please. It would help out a lot. And share it. Check it out. So on that, you will see that I think it was last weekend we got a call while I was shooting. We were shooting the opening video for that channel. Got a call, our sewer backed up. So we lost a lot of stuff. You know, stuff is replaceable. The biggest frustrating thing that I lost down here that really affects the Reptile Room is all my spare equipment. I don't have any spare equipment anymore. All of it got contaminated with sewage water, and I'm not willing to risk bringing it in here and trying to use it, or trying to find a way to bleach rocks and let them sit. And so, you know, all that's done. Like, I lost a lot of controllers. My Inkbird controllers contaminated. I lost a lot of those. Those are expensive. You know, in accumulation, I would say there was around $1,500 to $2,000 worth of supplies for this room, and that were going to go into other enclosures in here, and current enclosures that are all gone now. Like, I can't use them. So when I just started posting the videos again, this was just like one of the things that kind of hampered it. That's why there wasn't a video this last weekend. That's why I'm trying to get this out for you now, so maybe you guys can understand. We just had the repair done, so now I'm able to get back in here, and I mean, I feel bad because I have neglected the room for like a week, but we had sewage backup, and that is, to me, that has got to be priority. The whole house is, you know, I had to save that, and so we're back on track with that. But that was a big money pit, a big money suck. So I'm not going to be able to build the new basilisk enclosure this year unless like something crazy happens and this channel goes crazy and we can get monetized this year. I'm happy to keep doing stuff in this room, but right now it's been a real challenge for me to show you anything new because nothing has really changed. Like the new enclosure, it's the same. Nothing's changed. I use fake plants. No new plants are going to grow in here. Ronnie's enclosure, I didn't even make it to revamping for this year while he was outside over the summer because we were all distracted with our boat and all our other problems and then the other animal losses that we had. It's just been rough, you know, it's been real hard trying to keep motivation up and staying positive, which is what you guys want to see, is staying positive. I do not like making the videos about animals that fail on me under my care. It sucks. I really can't stand it. I don't like the negative comments that can come along with that, but I understand that they're there, and honestly, a lot of the people who tell me, no, that's not a thing, you can't do that, that's not the right thing for that, you know, I don't know, that's what makes me do it even more. That's also why I started the other channel, so you can see how I experiment and approach other things. So that's 2021 kind of in a nutshell so far. You know, I'm like I said, I'm going to try to keep super positive, and I really want to get everything in here back up to snuff, and really I need to hammer it out and just get everything clean and everybody happy. Unfortunately, I think Caboose is not long with us, which Caboose, if you know, is the original snake that I got a long time ago. She's coming up on 21, 22 years of age, I imagine at this point. Well, she's starting to grow a tumor. It looks like she ate something and it's stuck in her throat, but it's right where her heart is, and you can see it kind of throb, and it has changed size kind of over this whole last week. And you know, with the whole losses that we've got going out there, I can't go try to do a surgery or anything like that. That's just, it's not, I don't think it's gonna be a thing. So I'm really sad about that, but Caboose has had a really nice spoiled life, and you know, Caboose has still eaten for me with this issue going on, so I'm not saying that anything bad is happening like now, but just know that is, she is probably not long with this growth going on. It's not great. I'm not really going to show you guys anything about it because it's sad, and she's still moving around just like a snake would. No signs of no struggling or anything. She had a rougher shed because of it. It's, you know, like essentially where her neck would be, like just after her neck, I guess. So she can still swallow her food item. So, you know, I guess she's still cruising around. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the unfortunate update for 2021 in the Reptile Room. So, I mean, subscribe, comment, like, guys, and share it around. Go check out Win, Lose, or Draw. All those links are down below. Have a great day, guys. Wow.